Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. Wow, yeah, this whole tax thing, quite honestly, there's a lot of people who have no idea what they're talking about. They seem to be out there in the ether of the internet just spouting nonsense. And it's kind of getting a little bit old. But long story short, I thought of making this video after reading many things on the internet, but most specifically, I thought this recent article from the Pattaya Mail, pattayamail.com, rather concisely covered this excerpt, kind of covered this topic well enough so that I can cite it and then basically do the analysis on it. Article's titled, Thai Revenue Offers Glimmer of Clarification on Tax Changes. Quoting directly, the Revenue Department this week has reassured Thais and expats living here that the new rules on taxation apply only from January 2024 and not earlier. There had been speculation that the revenue, I think they mean the Revenue Department, but that the revenue might start probing cash transactions to Thailand in earlier years, as in theory they have the power to do. Well, they absolutely do. And yeah, they're aware of the inflows and outflows of capital coming into Thailand. That said, again, as we've discussed in prior videos, the recent announcement with regard to changes in the guidance regarding regulatory oversight of money being brought into Thailand and whether or not it is considered assessable income for tax liability purposes, or what I would probably call assessable revenue or assessable capital. Income has a specific connotation in the context of tax. That said, again, this doesn't start till January 1, 2024. So up until then, we're under the old rule, which is just what we've been dealing with. So as I've discussed in other videos, as a practical matter, I don't think we're going to see a lot of people dealing with anything with regard to this, again, practically until about 2025. Now, there are things to do to go ahead and mitigate possible tax liability down the road by taking certain actions now. There may also be things to do from a tax planning standpoint to be able to sort of optimally operate if one is living and working here in the kingdom. So the thing to take away from this video is, one, don't just listen to a bunch of stuff on the internet. Some guy on YouTube does not have all of the insights in the world. I try to keep these videos very general, very broad, because quite honestly, especially when it comes to assessed tax liability, everything is going to be specifically fact dependent in your case. There is no either or here. I know people do not want to hear this, but it's just a fact. At the end of the day, your tax liability is going to be assessed by the specific facts in your case. So again, somebody that's just out on the internet that's just sort of babbling one size fits all solutions, etc., not somebody you really want to listen to. Okay, so be careful with this because, again, this is coming. I don't think it's something to be totally worried about. As I've discussed in other videos, I think about 80% of folks that are here in Thailand of foreign nationality probably going to be unaffected by this whatsoever. But yeah, it will probably have an impact on a certain subset of the foreign community here. That said, we'll certainly keep you updated on this channel regarding the developments with regard to tax as the situation evolves.